the same, man. Still doing the same. No. No, I've just checked that. Just done a speed test. Getting 380 down and 20 up, which is right. Well, it seems to be going alright now. Right, where was I? To get this PC. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digipix. This lock. 9. Yeah. I'm on the second level now, I think. Right, so that's obviously that one. you come from?
I can't see. Where do we go? Spread out.
Do us a favour, Andy. Can you just put my stream on a browser? Just want to see if it increases my viewers, because it's only showing 1 at the minute.
I'm gonna find you eventually.
Cat.
Possible suspect here somewhere. Suspect escaped. Stand down.
So one of my outfits. It's it's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, it must be one of my. It must be one of my skill points or something. I thought it's through the spacesuit. One of my spacesuits did have the Chamberlain effect. Yeah, I think the Twitch thing's broken 'cause it's only showing 1 viewer. Yeah. Yeah, just try to control them then, but it won't pick it up. I already had the guy open the door. Don't fucking run at me. Jeez.
They're here. Right
How
here.
can he see me?
Keep firing on us.
Oh, come.
Only one
Get a
fighter
fist.
dead. I can't. My head.
I do, I love it. Yeah, I've got this one's a hydrangea. It's not. It's not. It is modified, but it's only turquoise. Right now, it's gone up to 2 viewers. So something's not right. It's not detecting my views from Cat's PC. Yeah, got a couple. And VPN. Program on Phase PC. That's a loud sounding alarm, that. Sure there was an alarm thing down here. Definitely not going to be able to walk out the entrance, am I? Oh, yep.
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay. Can I help you?
This is the next bit of the mission. Part of it.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about?
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that already. I supplied him 2 stories. It's weird, go because you have to. You like some of the stories you have to listen out for people talking about it when you go to a new planet or something.
All right, I'll take a look. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence.
Nope, I don't want to tell you. Excuse me.
I figured as much. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Get it with malware bytes. So it's like the antivirus and VPN built in. It's pretty good, you know, because when I download like the torrent movies, I still get full speed. Like, get like up to 40 megabit download speeds on it still. Because I tried loads of different ones, and some of them you get speed restricted. Yeah, so it's like 80 quid a year, but it covers you for 5 devices. So I use it on my phone, my PC, Cat's PC, and my dad's laptop, and I've got 1 spare license. which I need to put on my streaming PC. It's pretty good though. I'm impressed by it so far. And it's like the browser protection is good as well because it detects if a site's got any dodgy code on it before you join it. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you approach a company that does it already, and they can do you like a bulk license deal, where you can include it with one of your packages, and you get a cut, and they get obviously a percentage. Mm. Yeah. Mm.
Good day, Captain.
Probably gotta go back to my ship. No, yeah, I can do, but I thought it was. Normally you'd have to go on your ship. It normally has a ship icon, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I can't remember. Might have done. I know I bought two. I bought one and I got one free, big one. Yeah, I got the ship after that one. Where's it telling me to go?
I have things for you.
Do you? What have you got for me?
Looks like it's Neptune. I should start charging for my services.
A leaf. Got a leaf. A nutrient leaf. Brilliant. Yeah, I'll do it in a bit. That starts bleeding, isn't it? Where am I going? I hate this power booster. Jumps you up too high. Used to the normal one, and you can just like skip along.
I believe you were specifically told that we did not want a body count on this assignment.
Can you?
Your best is sorely lacking. All the tools at your disposal, and yet here we are. I hope you at least attempted to use the internal neuroamp. And yet not useful enough to avoid a body count? Still, it's good to know the applications are proving themselves. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story
Better
airs,
watch her lips, you're
we
gonna
have
get
another
shot.
board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Citizens of New Atlantis were shocked today when an unidentified assailant left several dead at the Infinity Ltd building. The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself have yet to be confirmed, but it's believed that Masako Imada, CEO of Ryujin Industries, may be involved. A series of communications
That can't
between
be.
Drexler and Imada were discovered, where she encouraged Drexler to ignore approval guidelines for human trials. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Impossible. You set me up. You expect me to believe you're simply an unwilling pawn in this? We'll see about that. Assuming I know exactly how this situation came about, I have only a few things to say. Should Ularu run this company, the reputation of Ryujin Industries will change dramatically. Her unchecked tactics will be heavy-handed, involving murder without question of both the innocent and the guilty. Ryujin may gain financial success, but the percentage is not worth the real cost.
I'm not a fan of any of this corporate claptrap, but Masako's right. Ularu shouldn't be allowed to oversee Ryujin.
Either way, the damage is done. We'll be voting on the fate of Infinity Ltd. And now I also assume my position is at stake. It's very important we receive at least half the vote on both issues. The CEO rules in the event of a tie. I need you to use everything in your power to convince them. And that includes using the internal neuroamp. Yes, that's exactly what it's designed for. The bright side being, they'll never know.
They'll never know.
Good. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Hopefully, Bandai will be at Neptune.
Oh, skill point. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Brilliant. Fuck's sake. That was my last save. Nope, that's miles away.
Taiyo vessels certainly look impressive. but it's what's inside the eye.
I believe you were specific. If only we had all the tools at your I hope you at least. And yet not useful enough. Still, it's... So now it's just... Once the story ends... Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Citizens of New Atlantis were shocked today when an unidentified assailant left several dead at the Infinity LTD building. The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation
Not bad.
appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself have yet to be confirmed, but it's believed that Masako Imada, CEO of Ryujin Industries, may be involved. A series of communications
That can't
between
be.
Drexler and Imada were discovered, where she encouraged Drexler to ignore approval guidelines for human trials. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Impossible. You set me up. You expect me to believe you're simply an We'll find out soon, assuming I know exactly how. Should Ularu run this company, the reputation of her unchecked Ryujin make...
I'm not a fan of any of this corporate...
Either way, the damage. We'll be voting on the fate of... It's very... I need you to use... With the tech we've given you, you'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for... We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. I trust you'll get it done.
I take it Masako wasn't as pleased to hear Of course she didn't. And now she's going to have some serious regrets about holding this upcoming board meeting. Which brings me back to you. Masako wants us to acquire Infinity Ltd, which is obviously not on my list of things to do. I need you to persuade the board members otherwise, and make sure they're on our side when I move to vote Masako out.
I'm not sure. Just got to persuade all the board now. Yeah, I think so. I'm not chose yet. I've just started spoke to the first person, so I need to manipulate them by the looks of it.
I'm losing patience.
So quick toilet.
Did I lose you? You don't... Actually, being able to pick and choose the talent as I see fit... Alright, the internal neuroamp essentially guarantees. I figured as much. It's hard to resist the lure of having so much control over others. With Misako out of the way and the internal neuroamp finally ready for production, Ryujin Industries will be set for life. Or, at least until I...
Or until someone...
Don't be absurd. I admit you make a good point. Even with the shielding component, it's always a matter of time before someone replicates the work. And we absolutely cannot allow our own tech to be used against us. Should you propose to halt research, I will back you. Now get out there.
Now there's loads of board members. There's loads of board members to talk to.
So much work to do. If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to make sure my arguments are solid before this meeting. Choose your words carefully. If you expect me to respond to threats, you're sadly mistaken. Now, I can only assume... All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. I see what you're doing. And I suppose it's working. A little. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Unfortunately, half my department's been poring over documentation, while the other half is writing up what legal guidance they can. Are you trying to add to my stress rate? First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, That tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
I couldn't agree more. It should be completely...
In an ideal situation, yes. And I suppose creating that ideal situation is within my power. Now you've made it sound like a proper challenge that I can't help but accept. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin had. You aren't the first person to say that. She's rude, especially. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful. But now, I really...
I hate missions like this. You just gotta spend time chatting to people.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting, especially after that bomb SSNN dropped in their last broadcast. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. That blasted tech.
Indeed. That technology shouldn't be used for such nefarious purposes. Or in fact, any purposes at all.
If it were up to me, I'd have shut down I knew it was... I suppose you're right. My first priority will be to get the board and all security members set up with shielding as soon as possible. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team.
I need a
The last thing
vacation.
I want to deal with are any more
Get to the chopper.
Well, the timing could be. We've gone through our fair. If Masako wishes to... I hate to agree, but...
Didn't know they did all celeb names in that.
Perhaps one of the greatest. Let's just hope this... Now, if you'll excuse me...
I've got my
Up there.
Don't tell me. Masako wants to make sure. Well, I was on... Now that she's been tied to Lucas, buying up Infinity Ltd. only reinforces the narrative. It's gonna be a hard sell to make this look good. Aren't you the flatterer? I've certainly All right, I suppose. So let's hear it. Now, if we want to survive, and what's your second point to consider? You're preaching to the choir. In fact,
Yeah.
well, it's...
If operations starts to bore you, let me know. You make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing?
Yeah.
Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope.
The building got blocked off a couple of years before I joined because some protesters didn't like something that Cargill did in the States, and they basically tried to gate crash the entrance.
That's great. One step closer. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Yeah, if you go over the Centenary Bridge, you can see all the plant there, yeah. Yeah, we don't have anything to hide. Anything that we release into the air is all monitored by the council. A lot of it's just all steam, to be honest. We don't release any chemicals. You know, they're quite a strict company. You know, they comply with everything. Yeah.
I'd be the next rated. How amazing. So the next question is... Wow, you're no fun. Besides, I know Masako will be pushing for the act.
Yeah, they won't stop now because the council are putting a ban of antisocial driving.
I overheard the SSN, but Masako's. Well, this has certainly been the most. All we can do now.
I don't want people that I speak to. One.
You're looking interesting today. Just the person I... Good. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LT. Do you think they're worth... Oh, I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's act. More in the sense of should a superior... This is true. Getting what... Next question. What are you... It does, doesn't it? I find it difficult. I look forward to see...
Yeah. Yeah, they spent how much they spent on rentals. I've been with TCS now for 9 years, and they've spent 150 grand on 2 rental vans for me and my colleague. I said to the boss, they could have bought 2 brand new ones, and maintain them, and they'd still have money, like loads of money left over.
Yes, Ularu, her loyalty to Ryujin. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
It's something to do with the tax benefits, or the way you can claim the tax back off it. If it's a higher vehicle, they don't have to pay certain levels of tax on it because it's something that's classed as a business expense. But it's still a lot of money. I said to them, they could have got me a VW Caddy Sportline with every single option ticked on it, and they'd still have loads of money left over.
It's only dangerous.
Right, I need to go
think we all
shoot some people. This mission's getting boring.
This has been rather enlightening.
Attend the meeting, executive level. I finish this mission and do something else. Pardon me.
To start this meeting, let me just say that the SSNN allegations are completely false.
And you expect us to just believe that?
If they're false, how did this happen?
I'll be ordering a full investigation, but I have my suspicions, which I'll address once this meeting has concluded. Until then, I'm still CEO, and we'll be moving forward with this meeting to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Do you really think we want a potential criminal? One suspected of being the actual mole here, leading a crucial meeting like this? In fact, I propose we remove Masako as CEO altogether, and nominate myself to take her place.
You can't be serious.
I second the motion. While I know Masako could guide us through this, I believe a more aggressive approach will be needed for the future.
Any arguments against?
Yes, on the fact that I'm innocent and completely capable of doing my job.
Aren't we overreacting here? We haven't even seen all the we haven't even seen any hard evidence yet.
Let's leave it up to the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Those against?
Nay.
Nay.
Well, there you have it. And now, since you're no longer a part of this board, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
This isn't over. To think I had high hopes for you.
Now, Masako. Don't go taking out your shortcomings on our operative here.
Enough with your attitude, Ularu. I don't care what anyone says or what the evidence is. I know you're behind this. And I'll prove it, no matter how long it takes.
Good thing you're going to have plenty of time on your hands, then. Security. Why don't you escort Masako to her office? I'm sure law enforcement will be looking for her soon anyway. Now, let's get back to business. So, any arguments for the acquisition?
This acquisition is sure to have its financial pitfalls, but as a wise person pointed out, it would have major payoffs in the future. Plus, with their current situation, Infinity Ltd will be more affordable than ever.
Legal ramifications are a certainty, but the benefits far outweigh the disadvantages.
Arguments against?
There's pretty much no technological benefit here. We've always been ahead of Infinity Ltd.
After the series of security issues we've had lately, I'd be remiss if I didn't agree. This simply is not the time.
All right. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Excellent. Not bad for my first meeting. Does anyone have anything else to bring to the table before we break? And if you could tell the board your reasons?
But I must agree. We can't go through with production on technology like this until certain safeties can be guaranteed.
I too have my concerns, which is why I'm more than happy to put this to a vote. All in favor of shelving the internal neuroamp?
Aye.
And all against?
Nay.
So be it. But I'll be expecting some very detailed ironclad documentation from all of you before greenlighting production. I almost hate to ask now, but are there any other matters to bring forth? No? Good. Meeting adjourned.
If only there were more hours in the day.
No more Masako as CEO. Well done. Of course, we're now acquiring Infinity Ltd, but I'll leave that mess for the others to handle. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. For me especially. I suppose it is. Enjoy it while it lasts. It takes guts for someone in your position to go up against the CEO. And Masako never saw it coming.
No, I'm sure she didn't. I hope both of you are happy and got what you wanted out of this charade.
She'll be tied up in court, disputing the evidence against her. It's sure to be a long, drawn-out ordeal. I hope Alexis is ready for some late nights. But I do good work. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I'm also promoting you to senior operative. You've certainly proven yourself capable. If that helps pad your ego, so be it. As a senior op, you now have a personal office, mission board access, and you're free to work on your own time. The mission board will hold any available assignments, although I may still notify you should I require your more specific talents. Oh, and no more docs and pay. I only care about the end result, not the methods. Any questions? In that case, I'll admit, just don't forget.
Is that Let's rephrase your mission done.
Company's future might be right.
If it's too hot to handle, always happy to... All right, buzz off. I'm busy.
No worries. Yeah, sure. Just on Starfield, but I'm about to go on might go on an ACC race. I forgot to go. Have you been playing Starfield? Oh, did you? How much of a penalty did you get? Ooh, that's a big hit, that.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprising.
Yeah, there's nothing worse getting hit by someone rejoining unsafely.
I was hoping to see you. I just heard that the charges against me have been dropped. Thankfully, it sounds as if it is good that this chapter of my life is now closed, and thank you.
Oh, that's an easy mission. Just confirming with somebody. You know, when it goes on to your next mission in the list, It's literally just confirming something with someone that's completed it.
Gang violence runs rampant through Neon.
I'm gonna go to AC in a minute.
It might not be Jemison, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Save a game right there.